Welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em. I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about Summer I Turned Pretty Season 2, Episode 5. And before I start, I do want to say, I know I'm late. I know I'm a week late. I had COVID last week, and I'm still recovering, but I had COVID, and so I wasn't able to record because I felt like I was dying. But I'm doing better now, so I'm here to do this and to do episode 6 after this. But yeah, I just want to jump right in because, of course, I am behind and I want to get this done. And also, there's so much I want to talk about. And the first thing is Julia. I actually don't know if her name is Julia or Julie. I don't care enough to know. I'm pretty sure it's Julia. But then part of me thinks it's Julie. I don't know. But I want to talk about her first to get it over with because I hate her so much. And you guys know this. If you listen to my other episodes for the Summer I Turned Pretty, you know I fucking hate this bitch. Despise her. Literally want her to die. I know that's a bit extreme, but it's a character, so I'll say it. If it was an actual human, like an actual person, if this was real life, then no. But because it's so, I'll say it. Fuck her. Literally hate her. And I just don't get why she's still doing this. She has no soul. She's heartless, honestly. Because if you had a heart and actually cared about your family, you would see how much this house means to them. Even people who don't know them can tell, or would be able to tell if they were there. It's just she has no soul. She really does not give a shit about her sister. I don't care what she says. She does not care about Susanna. I don't think she ever really did. If she cared about her, she would care about Susanna's kids as well. And put them first and be like, oh my gosh, they're probably going through such a hard time because their mom just died. And they're probably going through more of a hard time than me because Susanna and Julia weren't even that close. They didn't, really get along. Maybe they did get along, but they weren't that close. So she's got we don't care, if you want to sell the house. Or, actually, wait, what am I fucking saying? Of course we do. What was I going to say? I don't care about how Julia is feeling because it's obvious she doesn't care. She doesn't care. And I think it's also because she meant her dad liked Susanna more than her. I'm for obvious reasons. Just seeing her now, it's no wonder the dad didn't like her as much as Susanna. Susanna was an angel, and Julia is a bitch. Maybe she wasn't back then, but I'm just gonna go with she was because of how she's acting. And I need Julia to have this huge character development and get her act together. I don't see it happening anytime soon because of everything that's going on. They just sold the house and it's literally going to shit. But I need her in the final episode to turn everything around and be oh, maybe, I get what's going on. I don't see that happening. I think they're gonna get the house either from the Conrad Trust Fund thing. He's gonna go to the lawyers, or the estate lawyers, and that's gonna happen. Or, oh my gosh, why did I just blank out? What's her name? Laurel. I don't know why I forgot her name for a second. Or Laurel is going to change her mind. I don't know which one. I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be the state lawyer one, and they're gonna sue the dad. Which, go off. I usually don't support people suing people for no apparent reason. Well, okay, here's the thing. There is a reason. But I think it's a little extreme that they have to sue the parents to get the trust fund. But, go for it. This time I'm fine. If it was real life, I kind of would be because I get what they're doing and I get that. But I think having to sue your parents or suing someone to get your trust fund, I think that's a little weird. But that might just be me not knowing anything about court and law and stuff. I really don't know anything about that kind of stuff. So that it might make sense to some people. If it does, please explain it to me. Because I don't know anything. It doesn't make sense to me. But I don't care enough because I don't really like the dad. I don't even know his name. I forgot his name. Like, that shows how much I don't like him. He's a little piece of shit, you know? And I really hope we don't have to see any more of him this season. I mean, like, we haven't really seen him. It's just in the funeral. And then Thanksgiving, this episode. That's really, I think, all we've seen of him. And I'm really hoping we don't see him again. I think we will. I really think that they're gonna do the trust fund thing, and then he's gonna show up. And, like, sure, like, I'm down for some drama, and I want them to call him out. Because the fact that he, like, reached out to Julia, or he started talking to Julia about the open house, like, right after the funeral, that's kind of messed up. Or not kind of, that is messed up. So I want him to get in trouble, and I want them to call him out. So I'm hoping that everything gets worked out. I mean, it has to now that they got renewed for season 3, because it has been confirmed. I think it was confirmed yesterday, I think. So we're getting our Bella and Conrad endgame, thankfully. But because of that, they have to save, like, the house. It's not like they're gonna go that extreme and change, like, a lot like that from the book. Like, they can. Like, they change some things from the book. They obviously do. But they can't change that. It's not like they're gonna sell the house. And a part of me thinks when, like, at the end, like, when they were saying the house was sold or something, part of me thinks it's Susanna. It's Laurel. Oh my gosh, I keep getting my names mixed up. Laurel. A part of me thinks it's her who did that, who found out somehow, and then, like, bought the house, and, like, they don't know it's her or something. Part of me thinks that's it, but then I also really don't, because I don't think they have the money to keep it, to buy it. And also, I don't know how Laurel would find out, because she doesn't even know her kids are in Cousins. No one's told her anything. So, like, that's why I kind of also don't think it's her. I really hope it is. I hope it's, like, someone who's trying to help them. I know it's probably not, but I'm really hoping, because it's stressing me out. Even though I know they're going to keep the house, it still freaks me out. Like, even, like, watching shows, and even if I know what's going to happen, I still panic, and I still, like, stress throughout the whole process, and, like, the whole thing leading up to it. I still do. And so I'm really hoping we find out who sold the house, or, no, oh my gosh, what the hell is wrong with me? Who bought the house, and Laurel gets her ass down to Cousins and fixes this. I need her to come down there and fix it. Like, I'm desperate. I feel bad saying, like, she needs to fix this, because it's obviously not her fault, but I think she's the only one who could fix this, other than the lawyers. And in the trailer, I'm pretty sure she came down to Cousins eventually and talked to Julia. So I think that's going to happen in a few episodes. Maybe next episode. I'm kind of hoping it's next episode. But I also don't think it is, because I've been hearing things about next episode, and I don't think she comes down, but I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know for sure, so we'll see. But the next thing, because I want to move on from Julia, so the next thing I want to talk about is Sky. Just kind of their scenes and, like, them this episode, but also Sky and Cam, because I don't know if it's just me who's been noticing, or not, I haven't been noticing, it's just this episode I noticed them kind of, like, a vibe, and I'm really not here for it, but, like, it's fine, like, I'll get over it, because I'm kind of, I don't know if there are any other people who are, like, team Jeremiah and, not Conrad, oh my gosh, what the hell, Jeremiah and Cam. I don't know if I'm the only one who's team Jer and Cam, but, like, I am, and I'm kind of here for them. And, like, I want Cam to be happy, but I just don't want Cam and Sky together. I don't know why. I just don't like them. And it's just, I saw a vibe because it was obvious that's what they were going for. And I didn't really see a vibe. I just saw kind of them flirting and seeing, like, that they're trying to put them together. And, like, I don't want that. They, like, sometimes, like, if I'm shipping people and, like, something else happens and, like, another person comes around, sometimes I'll like them. Sometimes. And that's what happened with Steven and Taylor. Because I was Steven and Shayla, oh my gosh, I really cannot say her name, Shayla. But I changed to Steven and Taylor eventually. Like the second or first episode of the season, I switched sides. I was like, okay, so yes. And I'm in love with Taylor and Steven now. Like, they've taken over my life, and they're, like, my personality at this point. I literally adore them, and I can't wait to talk about them later. But it's just, sometimes they can do that to me, and I'll switch. But sometimes they can't, and a lot of the time they can't. And Sky, oh my gosh, I almost said Steven. Sky and Cam, I can't get behind that. Like, be like, okay, go off, you do you, do whatever you want. But I don't see it. I don't see the chemistry. I don't see anything. Like, I don't know why they did that. And I kind of had a feeling that either they were going to do that to have Sky and Cam get together, or, like, flirt, or Steven and Sky. And also, at one point, I saw somebody talking about Taylor and Sky, but I was only thinking about Cam and Sky, Steven and Sky. And I don't know why I was thinking about Steven and Sky. I don't know. I just thought something was going to happen just because I'm an idiot. And I was trying to come up with theories because, of course, Sky isn't in the books. And so I really did not know anything about their character. And so I was trying to figure it out and just come up with any theories. But it didn't really work out. But, like, I'm just not here for it. And I feel bad because I like, or actually I don't really feel bad because it's a show, but I like to like all the ships in shows because then it's more enjoyable for me. When there's a ship I don't like, it's a disaster because then I get pissed off really easily. And I like to like the ships. And I'm already going through it with Belly and Conrad right now. Like, this is really rough for me. And all I have is Taylor and Steven. And now I have them, Sky and Cam, and I'm gonna get pissed off again. It's just like, I don't know what to do. I'm hoping maybe they'll change my mind next episode if they have any moments. I'm really hoping they do, because I would like to like them. I mean, I don't know. I think it might also be, I'm not the biggest fan of Sky, and I want to say this again. I said this last episode. Nothing against the actor. Nothing. They're amazing. Love them. Nothing against them. It's just the character. And I'll say this quickly. Like, it upsets me seeing people, like, hate on the actor for, like, the character. Like, I hate when I see that happening. And especially right now, it's happening so much with Sky. And I don't know their name in real life. I have no idea what it is. But I've been seeing a lot of hate. And I'm like, that's so messed up. Like, I get if you hate a character, but don't send hate to the person who plays it. Like, don't do that. Like, that's so messed up. And I hate when I see that happening. Because I see it happening all the time. But, like, I've been seeing it a lot more, like, with The Summer I Turned Pretty. Like, I get you don't like Sky, but just don't send hate to the actor. Like, don't. Like, they're a person. They're real. It's not like they're still playing a character. Like, no, that's a real person, and you need to respect them. And, like, that whole thing pissed me off. Like, I don't like Sky, but nothing, like I said, nothing against the actor. But I don't know. It's just, this whole thing's pissing me off because I don't like Sky. And I don't hate them as much as I hate Julia, thankfully. Which, that would be bad because I literally want to punch the screen every time Julia comes on. So thankfully, I like Sky more than that. And I don't get annoyed when they show up on my screen, thankfully, which is kind of a relief because, oh my gosh, that would be a disaster because they're always there. Like, they're becoming, like, a main character. So I'm happy I don't hate them that much. But it's still, oh my gosh, I don't know. I really hope they change how I feel next episode with Cam and Sky, but I doubt they will because I really don't see the appeal. I think it might just be because I don't like Sky. I mean, yeah, that might be it. I don't know. Like, okay, here's the thing. If I don't like a character, I would still admit if I like a ship. Like, sometimes I don't like a character, but I like the ship they're in because I see they have chemistry and they're kind of cute. Like, I'll admit that. So I don't really think it's because of Sky. I think it's just I don't see the appeal. They don't have chemistry, or at least I don't see it, and I just don't think they're cute, and it pisses me off. I don't know. I kind of hope they just move on from that, and that wasn't, like, a big thing, and that was just them being friendly. I'm really hoping, because I'm already dealing with enough with Belly and Conrad. I don't want to have to witness Cam and Sky. I'm really hoping that's the case because I'm so not ready for it. Like, I'm already exhausted from this. Like, I need some enjoyment. I need to enjoy this, and Steven and Taylor are pushing me through this season because I'm so mad about everything. Like, Steven and Taylor are literally my life at this point, and I want to talk about them now. I was gonna wait, but I need to talk about them because, like I said earlier, they are taking over my life. I'm obsessed with them, and it's not even funny. It's like Jordan and Layla all over again. And if you don't know who Jordan and Layla are, they're from All American, and they kind of they didn't really jump out of nowhere, but it's the brother and best friend thing. Like, brother and their sister's best friend. That's their trope as well. And it was kind of the same thing with Shayla and Steven and, like, Jordan and his, like, love interest before. Like, I shipped them. I kind of had my issues with Jordan and Simone, but I did like them. And then all of a sudden, like, I think I saw the potential in season 3, but then season 4 is when I started. Like, season 4, episode 7, I think, was when I got on board. And when I tell you, those motherfuckers have taken over my life, I'm not even joking. Like, it's insane. And it's like, Steven and Taylor are doing the same exact thing, and they remind me of each other, because it was just out of nowhere. I just started, like, full-on shipping them, like, an insane amount, and I flip out every time I get scenes of them. Or I see edits of them, I have a mental breakdown. Like, it's not funny how insane they make me. It always brings me joy, though, like, with a ship that I love this much, because especially with this show, because I need to ship someone. Or, like, I don't need to ship someone. I don't think that made any sense. Like, I don't have Ellie and Conrad, and I've said that. So, like, I have Steven and Taylor now, and they are helping me, because I was so worried going into the season. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a fucking disaster. Like, I don't have Belly and Conrad, or I do, just not, like, the best, like, moments, because they're not really doing well right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do? But I have Steven and Taylor now, so we're fine. And now we're gonna talk about how they were in this episode, because I was just rambling about them. Their dance scene literally had me shaking. I did not know what to do with myself. I was just sitting there, like, in my bed, or I was, like, I was laying down in my bed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what am I feeling? Like, I was literally about to cry, because, like, they're so good, and it was so cute, and it made me feel so lonely and depressed about my love life, because my love life is non-existent. It's always been non-existent, and nothing ever really has happened, or not even really, nothing has happened. And it was just like, oh my gosh, like, they're so good. Like, if you told me, like, when I started season 1, like, a few months ago, it's been almost a year. If you told me back then, like, season 2, Steven Taylor were gonna take over my life, I would not believe you. Like, it's insane. Like, they're so good. Their chemistry is so good. When I heard they were getting together this season, or when I saw the trailer, and saw the dance scene or part of the dance scene, I was against it because of Shayla, oh my gosh, why do I not know how to say her name? Shayla. Now I'm here for it. Like, obviously, like I haven't said, they've taken over my life. Like, they're my personality. Like, it's just, they're so good. And, like, of course, she has a boyfriend, which isn't great. You know, it's fine. As long as she doesn't cheat on Milo, I'm fine. Because, don't get me wrong, I don't like Milo. And I don't like Taylor and Milo together. But I don't condone cheating. At all. I mean, actually, I feel like maybe I have at one point watching a show, but for the most part, I don't. Like, I don't condone cheating because it's messed up and wrong. So, like, I want them to kiss, and I'm kind of desperate, but I don't want her to cheat. And, like, she's kind of emotionally cheating in a way because she's flirting with him, and they're kind of getting closer. Like, that whole dance scene, like, they did almost kiss and they were getting really close, and it's like they were a couple. Like, if I walked in on, like, my siblings watching this, I would think they were a couple. It literally looked like they were in love, which, okay, to me, they are in love. They might not be there yet, but, you know, to me, they are. And so, like, that was kind of cheating, like, an emotional way, and then also them cuddling. I don't even think they meant to do that, but when they woke up in the golf course, like, they were cuddling. So, like, that's kind of cheating too, but, like, it's fine, I guess, because I just don't care for Milo. I think that, like, the Milo and Steven fight scene is going to happen next episode. I wasn't sure about, like, when it was going to happen. I thought it would be a little later, but now with everything that's happened and, like, them almost kissing and them cuddling, I think he's gonna find out. I'm not sure how, but he's gonna find out. Or he's just gonna see them together, get jealous, and try to beat up Steven. And let me just say, Steven better know how to fight. Bro needs to learn how to fight so he can beat that guy's ass. I need Milo gone. I need, oh my gosh, I almost said Steven and Milo. I need Taylor and Milo to break up so I can get Steven and Taylor. Like, I just need it, especially because I don't get what Taylor sees in Milo. Like, they're not good at all, and they're just, they don't go well together like Steven and Taylor do. And even, like, everyone's noticing. Like, Jeremiah and Conrad obviously watching them dancing, but I think they got, like, vibes before. Like, Jer's now really, like, knowing something's going on because he saw them cuddling. Even Belly brought it up, which that I was excited for, because I always wanted Belly to, like, bring up the Steven and Taylor, like, moments, and, like, I wanted her to say she noticed stuff, just to see how she feels about it. And she seems to be fine with it, which I'm really happy about, because as much as I want Taylor and Steven together, I wouldn't want them together if it was gonna cause, like, some tension between Belly and Taylor, because I think friendship is more important than a relationship, like a romantic relationship. And I love Belly and Taylor. I love their friendship. It's, like, so good, so strong, and I don't want them to jeopardize that. Like, I don't want anything to happen to them. So I'm happy that Belly didn't really say anything was wrong. Like, I think Belly would be supportive because she knows, like, Taylor's had feelings for him for a long time. And I know Taylor, like, is not over what happened last summer with him. To be honest, I don't even really remember what happened last summer. But if she's not ready, well, first of all, she has a boyfriend, of course. But if like, when, like, they break up, if she's not ready to get with Steven yet because of what happened and she wants to take her time, that's what she needs to do. Like, as much as I want them together, like, I want them to be ready. And I don't want them to rush into things. Like, if she's not ready, even if he's ready, if she's not, then no. Like, I'm always, like, with the ship, I always, like, put, like, them first, like, their mental health, and, like, how they're feeling. And with this whole situation, I always put that first, because I think that's way more important. So, if she's not ready, they need to wait. And if he's not ready, they need to wait. I think he seems ready. I think she's the one who, like, won't be ready after Milo and her breakup. But I guess we'll see. I'm kind of here for it. Like, the tension. I kind of want them to get together before the season ends, though, because who knows how long we'll have to wait for season 3 because of the strike. I have no idea. I feel like it's gonna be at least a year, maybe even more, because of the strike. So, like, I'm a bit concerned, so I kind of want them to get together before. But if she's not ready, she's not ready, and I respect that, and I will wait till season 3. If they don't even get together in season 3 and it was just a one-season thing, I'm going to lose my mind. Because if you get me obsessed with the ship, you have to pull through and you have to get them together eventually. Like, I've gone through enough with ships not getting together, and also, or them getting together in the last episode of the whole show. I've gone through that too. And so I can't go through that again. Like, I need them to get together, like, either this season at the end or the final season, and we'll have a season of them together. That's what I need. But I did really enjoy, like, Taylor and Belly talking about their feelings and their, like, first loves, because I think it's always good that we see, like, Belly and Taylor, like, talking about this kind of stuff, and Taylor being there for her. Like, she's such a good friend. Like, I'm literally so obsessed with her, and I'm so happy she's nothing like she was in the books, because that would be a disaster. I mean, I would not like her at all, and I'm literally obsessed with her. She's probably my favorite character this season, and so I like that she's always there for her, and they're, like, talking, and she's trying to get her to open up more, and she's also pushing her to do stuff, but, like, not in, like, a bad way. She's pushing her to, like, get out there and, like not, like, better herself, and, like, go back to how it was before. Like, of course, she knows nothing, it won't ever be the same because Susanna and everything, but she's trying to get her back into volleyball, even though that obviously did not work out because the coach told her no. But, like, seeing Taylor being, like, supportive, like with Belly and, like, with everything, like, makes me love her even more. I'm so happy Belly has her, and I'm so happy Taylor has Belly as well, because I think some friends, if, like, they find out or, like, they see something going on between their best friend and their brother, they'll get really mad. But I'm happy Belly is, like, not like that, and she's, like, okay with it, but she wants to make sure, like, Taylor's okay and, like, see how she feels about it and talk to her. And I really like that. I loved all their scenes together. I also loved in the background of that scene, Sky falling over or something. I don't know if they fell over. I'm still not 100% sure. It looked like it, and it made me die. I was laughing so hard. It's like, how did they fall? I'm so confused. I don't understand how they fell. I mean, maybe they didn't even fall, but it looked like it. I don't know. I mean, I don't blame them if they did fall, because I fall over everything. Like, literally, there could be nothing, and I'll just trip over my own feet. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of fucking relatable, but still, I'm very confused about that, because it made no sense. Like, maybe it was just for, like, comedy, which, I mean, it was great. I enjoyed it, but I'm still not really sure. Kind of confused about that, but it was fine. It's fine. I'll get over it. I mean, it was kind of funny, especially because I think it was just so funny because I wasn't expecting it, and I was so confused about, like, what just happened. So, you know, but because we're on, like, the ship side and everything, we're gonna talk about Jeremiah and Belly, and then I'll talk about Belly and Conrad later. Even though we didn't have a lot with them, we had some good ass shit, so I'll talk about that. But first, Belly and Jer, which I don't like talking about them. You guys know this, because I'm Team Bonrad, but, like, I have to talk about them. And, you know, they're not awful. Like, I don't like them, but they're not the worst ship I've seen. Like, there are some ships that like, get in the way of my like number one in in a show or a movie, and I like want to punch the screen every time they come on. This, not really. I mean, there are times I do, but for the most part, they're not awful. And like, I'll give it to them. Like, some of their scenes are kind of cute, but I still see them as a friendship. That's the issue. I see them more as like brother and sister, which is really, really bad because I know like what's gonna happen next season, so that's kind of an issue, and I think I need to move on from that. But like, I see them as friends, and so every time like their scenes, I'm like, oh, like it's kind of cute, but as friends, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably next episode, I'll do other episodes because I know we're gonna go through it. Because I know what happens. That's like the worst part about me reading the book. I know what happens now. Like in season 1, they did change quite a bit, but like I knew nothing. In this, I know a lot. I know like everything, or not everything, because they changed some things. But like I know like the main part of season 3, and I'm not like mentally prepared to have to deal with that, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. It's very nerve-wracking, honestly. I don't know why I get so into shows. Like, it's really not good for my mental health. I don't recommend it. But with Belly and Jer, like I said, their scenes were kind of cute. I mean, the movie scene with like the licorice straws in that drink, I don't even know what it was, that was cute. I mean, I want to do that with someone, but then I also don't because I cannot have licorice, or I just can't have some licorice because I have an allergy. So I'm like, it wouldn't really work out for me. But it was cute, and I like that they're kind of opening up about their feelings. Well, Jer is. I'm happy, because even though I don't want them together, I'm happy he's telling her how he feels, because I want Jer happy. I'm not the biggest fan of the guy, but I don't hate him. Like, he has moments, but for the most part, I don't hate him, and I want him to be happy. And I think him opening up is going to help him move on in a way. Actually, no, it's not, because what happens. But hopefully you guys get what I'm trying to say. I think opening up helps you move on. And I think it's going to help him a bit, because at this point, he doesn't know if they'll ever get together. And I think him opening up is going to help him kind of move on. And it's just, like, I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense. I don't know. Because I feel bad for the guy, but then I also don't, because Belly's been in love with Conrad forever, and even he's known that. Like, he knows that. He's known that forever. Like, the fact that he thinks, like, Conrad doesn't deserve her, like, I get, he wasn't great at the beginning, like, he kind of did, and he didn't ignore her. He just really didn't show his true feelings and, like, showed her. And Jer did, and I get where he's coming from with that, but, like, Conrad fell in love with her, and he's still in love with her, and like, you gotta respect it. Like, I get you're in love with Belly too, and you don't think Conrad deserves her, but if Belly's been in Conrad, if Belly's been in love with Conrad for all these years, and then Conrad finally falls in love with her, you should give them the chance. Like, she's so in love with him, and everyone knows that she's in love with him. So I think he should give them a chance. And I know they obviously did get together. He didn't give them the chance because he kind of stayed away. I get he's mad. I do. But it just upset me that he was like mad at Halloween and Thanksgiving. Like, I was so happy to get the Halloween flashback because I thought we were going to get like some cute brother moments. And we got like, they were fine, and they were talking about, like, oh, are you in a relationship? How are you doing? How's school? Blah, blah, blah. And then Conrad started talking about Belly, that he wants to be with her, and, like, he loves her so much. Or, like, it physically hurts his chest not being able to tell her how he feels. Like, oh my gosh. That was insane, and I literally had a mental breakdown. Like, the fact that Jer still is mad about them getting together after he said that just, like, kind of doesn't really help the situation and makes me even more mad. Because, like, yeah, I get what happened at prom wasn't great. Like, yeah, I obviously get that. But you could tell Conrad did not want to break up with her. This just kind of went the wrong direction. It just wasn't great. Belly thought he wanted to break up with her, but he didn't. He was just going through a really rough time mentally. And so that happened. And I wish Jared would, like, listen to maybe Conrad telling him about that, saying he didn't want to break up with her. He's still so in love with her, and he wants to be with her, but he wants her to be happy. I just want Conrad to, like, talk to Jared about that, even though I don't think it's going to help, because Jared becomes kind of a dick when, like, Belly and Conrad talk to him about their feelings for each other. I know it doesn't really go well, but I think he needs to tell him, like, he did not want to break up with her. He didn't mean to hurt her. I don't think Jared would, like, really understand that much, but, like, I think that's what he has to do. I really do, because I think that might help the situation. I don't know, but it just annoyed me that he was so upset about that. Especially not Christmas. What the hell? I really hope I said Halloween when I was talking about that. I think I did, but I don't remember. Okay. Anyways, Thanksgiving. Like, that flashback. I completely forgot we didn't get the flashback yet, because I know there was a still, or it was in the trailer, I think the teaser trailer or something, of Belly and Conrad at Thanksgiving, and I completely forgot about that, because I didn't think we were getting any more Belly and Conrad, like, relationship flashbacks, but we did, and it was so cute. I was living for it. Them holding hands, and then Jared kind of being an idiot and dick and, like, not wanting to see it. It's like, I get he's heartbroken, I do, but he needs to move on. I think it just upsets me that, like, he's so mad about them being together, even though he knows that she's been in love with him forever. And it was always going to be him. He even said it was always going to be Conrad. He knew that, but he's still upset. Like, I get, like, he's heartbroken, he's devastated, but, like, don't you want your brother to be happy? Like, and also, she was your best friend. Don't you want her to be happy? Like, it makes me sad knowing, like, what happened now with them, or, like, after Belly and Conrad got together, that they kind of had their issues, because Susanna said, like, I don't want anything coming in between you and, like, Conrad. Conrad. She didn't want anything come between them, especially Belly, because she knew that Jared still liked her. But, like, it happened, and it did. And I'm sorry, but it's Jared's fault that happened. Like, they would have talked to you. Like, Conrad would have talked to you if you called him. Like, I get you're mad, but it just annoyed me, especially when, like, at Thanksgiving, when, like, they were having their moment, and he was saying he didn't want to be around Belly and Conrad together. I'm like, okay, like, I get you're mad, but bro, like, your mom is dying. Like maybe, like, just, like, enjoy and, like, be there in the moment. Like, I get you're mad, but, like, they're trying to all be there for Susanna because she's dying. And he was getting annoyed. Like, I get he's mad. But it just pissed me off. And I'm not, like, ready for all, like, the Belly and Conrad, or not Belly and Conrad, Belly and Jared moments, because it's already upsetting me enough. And we're not even at the worst part, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. It just bothers me, because, like, Conrad, like, is still so in love with her, and I'm worried, like, he's gonna lose his mind when he sees them together, and I'm just worried. But it's gonna be a rough, like, next few episodes. Like, we're almost done with the season. Like, after I watch next episode, I think we have 2 episodes left, so right now I have 3. And, like, I'm nervous because a lot of stuff that I'm waiting for to happen hasn't happened yet. Like, the party, which actually I'm pretty sure that happens next episode because I heard something. What else? The fight with Milo and Steven. Happens, but I'm talking really about, like, the books, what happened in the book. So we have, like, the party, the motel scene. I heard we're getting that. And I think on IMDb I saw something, and so I heard people talking about it, so I think we're getting that, and then I don't know what else, but I know we're getting those 2 scenes, and as a Belly and Conrad shipper, I'm not mentally prepared to go through that. Like, they put me through it in the books during those scenes. And for me, it's always worse seeing it on TV because, like, you really see it and see, like, it put together and see their, like, emotions and everything. And if I was crying during those scenes or, like, those parts in the books, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like the prom scene all over again. Like, when I read the books for the first time, I was in tears. And when I watched the show, I was, like, having a mental breakdown, bawling my eyes out into my pillow. And so, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But, you know, it's fine. I'll get over it eventually. And now we're going to quickly talk about Belly and Conrad. No, we didn't have a lot of Belly and Conrad. I don't think. It was really just the flashback and, like, some stares and Belly trying to talk to him. It wasn't a lot. But I do want to talk about them just quickly. Because, like, you could tell, like, by the way he looks at her, he still loves her so much, and he wants to be with her. He just doesn't know how to tell her, and he's worried he's gonna ruin it again. Like, it wasn't his fault at prom. Like, actually, okay, it wasn't really his fault. He probably should have said something, but I just don't know how he's gonna tell her, like, how he's feeling. Like, I really hope he opens up and, like, tells her, like, sometime soon, like, that I'm in love with you, like, I want to be with you, even if you don't want to be with me, like, all that stuff. I really hope he does that soon, but I don't see it happening because of the motel scene, because, like, that, I'm not going to say what happens, like, exactly, just in case people who haven't read the books are listening to this, because I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you're a Belly and Conrad shipper, you're going to die, because it's rough. That scene broke me while I was reading the books. Or why do I keep saying scene? It's because I'm talking about a show. Like, that part of the book broke me, and I'm not, like, mentally prepared to go through that again. No, it's stressing me out watching this as a Belly and Conrad shipper, because, like, we see all these cute flashbacks, but then we know, like, they're not together anymore, and it's bad. Like, his face when Sky dared Belly to kiss Jer. Like, oh my gosh, that poor man. Like, oh, first of all, I really wish they told Sky about their history, because maybe they wouldn't have dared Belly to do that. Like, it's not their fault. They did not know. But that was so awkward. Like, everyone's faces. Well, everyone who knew, like, all their faces were like, oh my gosh. And Conrad's face, he looked so sad. And, like, him seeing, like, Jeremiah and Belly have moments, like, his face every time he sees it, it's so upsetting, and, like, my heart breaks for that man. Like, I feel so bad for him, and I'm not ready for him to see them together in the next few episodes. Like, I'm petrified. Like, I'm actually so nervous. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah. And then I don't know, what else do I want to talk about? Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm going to go into, like, my theories for next episode. You know, there's no trailer, like, there's no promo, like, the weekly stuff, so I don't really know. I'm pretty sure the party thing is going to happen next episode, so we're probably going to get that Conrad and Belly fight on the beach, which that's going to ruin my life. I'm not really ready for that. And then, what else? I don't know. Probably, like, the... What is it? Steven and Milo fight. I think that's gonna happen in this episode if the party happens, because it looked like it was at a party. So if the party does happen next episode, we're gonna get that probably. And then I don't know what else. Probably some Jaren Belly moments that make me want to kill myself. And then probably more Sky and Cam. I really don't know. It's hard for me to tell because I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, sometimes I do, but I don't right now, because, like, we don't get promos for the next episode at the end, which I kind of like, because sometimes I like going into a new episode, like, knowing nothing, but sometimes I want stuff, and, like, these are kind of the times I want things, because I want to be able to, like, make theories and everything, even though they're usually wrong, but I want to. But yeah, I think that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I'm so sorry this was late. I will try to be better. Like, now that I'm not on vacation and now that, like, I'm not, like, as sick anymore, like, I will be better and I will be on time. Hopefully. I'm really hoping I will. Hopefully I don't get sick again. But again, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon.